look at in just a second. Finally, down here we have the transport section, which we already looked at. It made a horrible noise before, but now it's all happy. On this, we have two functions that we can enter, either locator or snapshot. The way locator works is you can save yourself some locate points. Basically, what you do is you hit store, and then you type in the locate point you want. Let's call this one 01. You'll see it shows up right here. When we hit enter, which is like an execute button, which means now, you push it, and it has magically just stored us a locate point. So, as this is playing along, as long as it still says 1 in the display, if we hit enter, it will jump back to that point. And you can store 100 of these numbers between 0 and 99. We also have a snapshot function, which is very interesting. This recalls every single setting on the board of every channel. The faders, the pans, the compressors, the noise gate, the EQ, the plug-in settings, everything. And it works exactly the same. If we wanted to, for example, save this particular mix, we would have snapshot. We could hit store. For the sake of argument, let's call it 02. We hit enter, and that will store a snapshot. Now, if I went over and changed all my levels to something terrible, there's the breakdown, baby. I come back in, make sure I'm in snapshot mode. I type in 02, it's actually already in there. You could type it in yourself if you wanted to. And when you hit enter, everything pops back up to where it was when you took the snapshot. Very handy. All right, quiet you. Let's take a quick look at the graphic user interface. If you look at this, you'll see that on the screen we have a complete overview of the entire Mackie console here. I'm going to go through this kind of quickly. Ideally, you should be doing most of what you do from the board, but let's just take a look. If we look up here and get it in focus, we'll see that you have a standard file menu across the top. File is for open, close, save as, edit, cut, copy, paste. Channel accesses channel functions like turning on solo isolate and setting up grouping and so forth. Options don't worry about too much, plugins don't worry about too much, and under Windows you'll find both a help menu, which is essentially the entire manual for the Mackie, as well as a list of hotkeys. So let's take a quick look at what this strip looks like. Up top where it says pre, that first slot is where you could insert any one of the Mackie 16 digital effects processors. Below that are 8 switches labeled 1 to 8, which are the bus assigned switches, and below that the left-right, which assigns that channel to the left-right outputs. Below that, let's see if I can do this without injuring myself or others. If you want a different way to assign something, you could go up to the channel, and where it says out, and you click on that, you'll notice that all of these say tape out. This is how you can assign a channel directly to any tape track. You just set it over here, and it's going to tell me I'm creating a feedback loop because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. But if I was paying attention, it would let me do that. Here we go. So, anyway, that's a swell way to directly assign your outputs, unless you're me and you do something dumb. Let's try this one. Okay, I like that one better. Now it's telling me I'm going to out 2. All well and good. Below that, the little red bar that says T is your level to tape, which you can adjust from here by clicking on it, as well as having it show up in the fat channel. The D, which is the blue line, is your digital trim. This is just a digital trim at the top of the input channel. If your signal is wicked hot and you want a little more headroom, you can drag that down. You'll notice the display changes to tell you how far you've dragged it down. Or if you recorded like a weenie, you can give yourself up to 10 dB of additional gain up there. Below that, we have 4 little buttons. C, G, the circle with the slash, which is the phase reverse switch, and EQ. C is on and off for the compressor. G is on and off for the gate. Obviously this is the phase reverse, and on and off for the EQ. Oops, which you'll see turning itself on and off with a little graphic display of the EQ, which if you're really feeling like just doing something stupid, you can actually adjust right from the window. See? I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you could if you felt so inclined. Okay. Below that is another slot, post. You can insert either a pre or a post insert from the Mackie's effects, which could be anything from auto-tune to distortion to a delay to some sort of filter or a compressor, dynamics. Below that, we have a display for the 12 aux ends. Once again, although turning them up on the board will cause an indication, you can just grab it, I said, there we go, and drag it to the right, and you can make your adjustment from here. And it will tell you right at the bottom there, if you look down, it will give you an indication of what the level is at any given point. And these are the pans for aux ends 9, 10, 11, and 12. If I can stay focused. All right. Below that is your record arm switch. Below that is the right. These just duplicate the switches on the console we've already talked about. Here is your V pot, which at the moment is set to pan.